Hi, fiscal management class. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a visual, um, face-to-face, so to speak, review of two of our assignments, Understanding Colorado School Finance Part 1 and Part 2. My hope is that in doing Part 1 and answering just all my knowledge-based questions, what you found is that there's a pretty decent document on the Colorado Department of Education website that will allow you to answer questions such as, what effect does poverty or the percentage of students you have in poverty in your population have to do with school finance? What effect does size have? What things are funded? Where the dollars come from? Those are not concepts that in your first administrative job, such as a school principalship or an assistant administrator job, or even at the district level, short of superintendent and finance director, that you really need to know. However, with the concept of this class, to me, it's just important that you get an idea as to where those, how it's determined what dollars you get. Um, um, the I really enjoyed reading the comments about the spreadsheet. That's the Understanding Colorado School Finance Part 2 section. And I'm sorry if I scared the hell out of some of you with that spreadsheet. Once again, as a school principal, any kind of building leader, as a middle management person at a school district in the district office, you really don't need to know that stuff. However, being a understanding school finance class, I wanted you to see what happens at that 30,000 foot level in each school district. What I was hoping you could figure out was just how to scroll over to any school district, preferably your own local school district, and that you could see how complicated that damn formula is. I could not, there's no way I could create a spreadsheet like that. However, as superintendent of schools for a long time, I've used the heck out of the spreadsheet because when I establish a budget for my school district, I want to make sure that I know the most important thing first, and that is how much money am I getting next year. Just like you would do in your household, you're going to determine what you can do in the coming year with your dollars by having some idea how many dollars you're going to get. And that might include whether you can afford that trip to Disneyland, or maybe to get a new car, or to buy the new couch, or what have you. We do the same thing for a school district until we know with somewhat surety what kind of dollars, what amount of dollars we're going to have in the coming year. It's not until we know that we can then go ahead and commit to funding so many staffing positions, purchasing a new program. That might even include upgrading facilities, things like that. What are the things that I wanted you to know for sure about it is revenues, as to where you get the dollars. If you were to go back through that spreadsheet, you can see how many dollars are coming from local taxes and how many dollars are coming from the state. In essence, it sort of doesn't matter. If you're allocated so many dollars per pupil, you're going to get so many dollars per pupil, and if you can't cover the cost of those dollars per pupil locally through property taxes because of local property values, well, the state does cover the rest through a process that's called equalization. And so you will get the dollar amount per student that you're supposed to get. I wanted you to see the things like categoricals. And one thing that, if you guys read a lot of, and you clearly did, you read a lot of the posts from folks on the discussion strand, is that small districts and large districts, a shift in pupils, of 50 kids is very different in each of the districts. And if I have a $50 million budget, losing $300,000 or something because I've dropped 50 kids, that's one thing. That's a very small percentage of your budget. But if you have a $4 million budget, losing 30,000 or more dollars because of pupil count change, that'll have a big effect in terms of the number of teachers you can hire and the programs you can maintain. So the pupil count is very important, and it's not only pupil count, but it's also what kind of pupil. If a free and reduced lunch kid is funded at a higher rate, an English language learner is funded at a higher rate, things like that. And I don't want you to walk out of this class feeling like you need to know how to manipulate that spreadsheet. What I need you to do is understand there's no magic done at your district office. All we do at the superintendent level and the finance director level is use that spreadsheet. And what we really trust, we'll plug our own numbers in as we're making preliminary budgets in May. But we really trust the numbers that CDE plugs in for us after the School Finance Act is passed each year. That will tell us what we can be pretty sure about. However, what we don't necessarily trust from CDE is the pupil count that they guess for us. We've got to be better in our own district to anticipate if a business is closed and so you're going to lose some money, or if there's drought going on and so they're not going to farm as much in a rural area, you might lose some families and so you're going to lose some students. You really need to, the thing that you've got to do most importantly at a local school district is do a good job of anticipating how many kids you're going to have. So I'm going to wrap up with the whole Understanding Colorado School Finance concept, and hope that you'll review this, and maybe that you'll go back onto the discussion strand, and as you read some of the comments and posts that you might feel better about things. Please don't feel inadequate for school finance because you don't know how to run that thing. Like I said, I've been superintendent of a school district. I'm wrapping up a 19th year, and I couldn't create that spreadsheet, but I'm smart enough to be able to adjust my pupil count to see what possible impact that might have with overall funding for the coming year, and that might determine whether I can afford the new counselor or not next year. So thanks a bunch, and we'll see you soon.